Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning cut by the Colts and looking for teams to play for. I thought that the Jets would be a good team for Peyton Manning, especially based on the fact that Mark Sanchez is extremely average and really not getting it done at the quarterback position. I don't understand why they re-signed Mark Sanchez to another contract. That's kind of insane to me. Makes no sense. Could have got a better quarterback in that spot for the Jets. But this video is about Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning. Is he the elite superior quarterback that the NFL sports media is making him out to be? I would say no. I feel strongly that Peyton Manning, highly overrated, doesn't deal with any down the middle, up front blitz pressure. Normally deals with that around the defenders when they have to converge in on them, blitz pressure. Never deals with that straight down the middle, 1 or 2 blitzer because he's too slow and stiff to get out the way. So defensive coordinators in the NFL don't really put some blitzers straight down the middle to try to stop Peyton Manning or interrupt or distract him from throwing the ball or interrupt or distract him from throwing an accurate pass. He never deals with down the middle, 1 or 2 straight blitzers coming at him down the middle. Peyton Manning never deals with that. Most of these boring stiff pocket passers, like I said, they call off the defense for so they can stay playing and look heroic and look decent in the game and don't get injured. They don't have to deal with any down the middle blitz pressure. The only kind of blitz pressure they have to deal with is when defenders try to get around their defenders and converge in on the quarterback. That's the only kind of blitz pressure they have to deal with. Never straight down the middle, 1 or 2 defenders coming straight down the middle right at the quarterback. They never do that with these slow, stiff pocket passers. That's to make these guys look good and to give these guys a chance at surviving and staying in the game and looking good out there on the field. When in reality, these guys should be on the bench and the league should be full of dual threat QBs because there's no way the pocket passer can deal with straight down the middle blitz pressure. Straight down the middle defensive blitz pressure, there's no way these pocket passers can handle that. They just can't. They're too slow, too stiff, they cannot get out the way. But the NFL wants to keep many of these white male quarterbacks at the quarterback position and want to keep them dominant at that spot, so defensive coordinators agree to call off the defense. They agree to call it off. You can just tell. Because of course when it's a quarterback of color back there, they're blitzing him straight down the middle. When it's a quarterback of color, they send defenses that go around to try to converge in on the quarterback, go around to converge in, and they also send men right up the middle. So that black quarterback, when he's back there, man, that quarterback of color, he has to deal with blitzers coming around the sides, and he has to deal with blitzers coming straight down the middle. At least 1 or 2 blitzers coming straight down the middle at him. That's defense. That's defense. They don't do that to these stiff-born pocket passers. Okay? Also with Peyton Manning, if he's so good and so great, then how come Reggie Wayne has to come with him? Reggie Wayne just would be a great package deal for Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's so superior, so elite. His cerebral is so big, his brain is so big, it's just popping out of his head. His cerebral is so large and so smart that his brain is so big, it's down the street. His brain, he's so intelligent. But he needs Reggie Wayne. You got to call off the blitz. Don't hit him too hard. If he's so superior and so elite as a quarterback, then why does he need a teddy bear wide receiver? Why does he need a safety net, safety blanket, safety net wide receiver in Reggie Wayne? Before Reggie Wayne, it was what? Marvin Harris. That's not elite. An elite quarterback hits all his wide receivers. He don't have no favorite. He don't have no safety blanket at wide receiver. An elite quarterback hits all of his receivers all day. Cam Newton, Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger, gotta give it up, even Jay Cutler. These guys, they throw that ball, they hit all their wide receivers, man. Phillip Rivers. These guys that have safety net, safety blanket wide receivers, highly overrated. Tom Brady, Wes Welker. Peyton Manning, Reggie Wayne. Peyton Manning, Marvin Harris. Matt Ryan, White. Down there in Atlanta, until they started to double team White, took away Matt Ryan's safety blanket, and he looked like crap for the whole season. And they send blitzers up the middle on him. shut him down. Remember I talk about Matt Ryan being a superior elite quarterback in the NFL? You notice how last season you didn't see him do nothing? They put them 2 defenders on White, shut him down, and they send 1 or 2 defenders up the middle on Matt Ryan. Had him on the ground all day. What are you going to do, outrun the defense? He's not a dual threat. So you saw that all last season. They pretty much shut Matt Ryan down. Took away his safety blanket in White at wide receiver and just sent some blitzes right up the middle on him. Shut down Matt Ryan. But these guys with these safety blanket receivers, Tom Brady, Wes Welker, and this pure bullshit, if you ask me, that they can't stop Wes Welker. This is a guy that's not lightning quick, lightning fast. Doesn't have that kind of quick agility and quickness and speed to juke defenders so bad that they can never intercept or stop him from catching the ball. I just fail to believe that. You know Tom Brady's going to Wes Welker. Like I said, when they brought in Chad Ochocinco, every time Tom Brady said Hut took his drop steps back, he looking over in Wes Welker direction. Chad over here running down the field. He never looked in Chad direction. And of course Chad got criticized for that nonsense, but Tom Brady's comfortable with Wes Welker. And it's all timing with Wes Welker. He's not an elite superior quarterback, he's not an elite superior wide receiver, Wes Welker. It's just Tom Brady and him timing. Wes Welker does a little run, turn around, bam, ball right there. Right? Does a little run, turn around, ball right there. It's all timing. That's timing with any quarterback and any wide receiver. But Wes Welker is not a superior wide receiver. He's not on that elite level. Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Rice, T.O. He's not on those guys' level. Point blank period. So, Tom Brady having a little safety blanket wide receiver. Peyton Manning having a little safety blanket wide receiver. And him needing a safety blanket wide receiver wherever he goes. It'll be great to bring Reggie Wayne. It'll be great to bring Reggie Wayne. Hope they can get Reggie Wayne the package deal. Well, if he's an elite quarterback, he don't need a wide receiver to follow wherever he goes so he can look good. He'll look good anywhere if he's a superior wide receiver. If he's a superior quarterback. But Peyton Manning isn't. He's good. He has good accuracy. But that's only because he looks so good and accurate in the NFL because no defensive pressure on the guy. They call off the defensive pressure. They don't blitz him down the middle. He don't have to worry about no defensive pressure. That's why he's been looking accurate and good in the NFL so far. Not because he's superior or elite quarterback. Big Ben got to deal with defensive pressure. I got to give it up to Drew Brees because when I saw Drew Brees play against the 49ers in this year's playoff series, he was dealing with up-front defensive pressure and still racked up 300-some yards passing. That's a damn good quarterback. Jay Cutler got to deal with defensive pressure. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Vic, all these guys, Cam Newton, these guys have to deal with real up-front defensive pressure. All right? Stafford down there in Detroit, quarterback Mark Stafford. All right? So these guys have to deal with real defensive pressure, man, and they're still racking up huge yards. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, no defensive pressure. None at all. The NFL's 2 white male superior propaganda tools, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. They don't have to deal with any defensive pressure whatsoever. None. They sit back there and every time they release that ball, no defenders are around them. No defenders. So are they really superior elite quarterbacks? Peyton Manning, Tom Brady? Absolutely not. And they all have a safety blanket wide receiver. Peyton Manning, Brady, all got the safety blanket wide receiver. You're supposed to be able to hit everybody equally. You ain't supposed to have no safety blanket if you're a lead quarterback. And Peyton Manning for years has had a safety blanket. Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne. Okay? So, to me, is he elite quarterback? And let's not forget, he had this injury, so last season he didn't play at all. The season before that, he stunk. With Reggie Wayne, he sucked. Didn't even go to the playoffs. Threw a lot of interceptions. Everybody's like, what the hell is going on with Peyton Manning? Really, the secondary shut him down. It wasn't even up front defensive pressure. It was secondary defenses that shut him down. It was intercepting a lot of his balls. Okay? And mainly because they knew he was going to Reggie Wayne. When they took away Reggie Wayne and put them 2 defenders or heavily defended Reggie Wayne, Peyton Manning was just out of the game. He had no other options. He damn sure ain't going to run and create nothing. He's not a dual threat. He doesn't have the ability to run and doesn't have athletic ability, along with the ability to pass and throw. He's not a dual threat. So when they took away Reggie Wayne, put that heavy defense on him, Peyton Manning just completely panicked, threw a lot of interceptions, threw a lot of bad passes. He was completely taken out of the game. So is Peyton Manning an elite quarterback? Based on the season I saw before this season where he was out, I would say he's a good quarterback if you call off the defense and never blitz him up the middle. He's a good quarterback if you allow Reggie Wayne to not be heavily defended. He's a good quarterback if Reggie Wayne is on the team with him. He's a good quarterback if he doesn't have to deal with any defensive pressure. That's what makes him a good quarterback. Those factors, and this is why you hear them talking about Peyton Manning. Yeah, if you go to that team, it'd be great if Reggie Wayne can come with him. It'd be a great package deal. But I thought he was an elite quarterback. It's a lot of things that has to happen to allow Peyton to look good. Same thing with Tom Stiff Slow Brady. In my opinion, Peyton Manning, extremely boring to watch, very redundant, and a good quarterback, but not an elite quarterback. Not in my opinion. A guy that has to deal with real defensive pressure, a guy that can hit all his wide receivers and doesn't have a favorite, but he lights up and hits everybody out there on that field at wide receiver. He just throws it to any damn body. Accurate, strong arm. Those are the guys that are superior. Win Super Bowls. Those are the guys superior. First guy came to my mind when I just thought about that and said all that. Big Ben Roethlisberger. Gotta keep it real. Deals with all kind of defensive pressure. Hits everybody on the field. No problem. Drew Brees. You know? Peyton Manning, in my opinion, boring, overrated. Peyton Manning, superior, elite quarterback. Teams are scrambling to get him. They all want Peyton. He's superior. He's elite. They show Peyton walking down the hallway. You know how they walk down the hallway to the game? He's the man. So smart. So superior. And then you hear, after he says all that, just make sure you have Reggie Wayne on the team. Make sure you don't blitz him. Make sure you don't put any upfront pressure on him. Make sure you don't get a hit. Make sure, damn. So I have to do all these things for him to look like an elite quarterback. Then is he really an elite quarterback? No.